are miles from civilization. I'm in the Colorado Rockies. It's very beautiful here, and I found one of the best way to get downstream is to float downstream. Or is it walk upstream? Anyway, I'm an expert at many things, and one of them is stream navigation. I'm not an expert at much else, including surviving. But one thing I do know is stream navigation, so I'm going to show you how to navigate a stream. And the fastest way to get up a stream is to walk straight up in the middle. That way no one can follow your tracks. Watch me. You can see this band right here. It's pretty strong. It can suck me under anyway. And if you were in real life in this situation, you probably wouldn't want to do this. You probably want to find a shallower place. But just in case you're that stupid to cross at this area, I'm going to show you how to survive. So watch as I climb up here. Beautiful rocks underneath the stream. No! Okay. That didn't work. I was trying to swim upstream through these two rocks, but they were too close together and the current was too strong, so I'm going to have to find another way upstream. You can see right now, I'm in a pretty shallow part of the stream, so if I want to, I could cross over there, but there might be civilization. However, I know, with my logic and my thinking, that civilization is always upstream, never downstream. So I'm going to keep on walking upstream until I find it. And if I have to fight the current all day, I will. You know what? It's getting dark outside. As you can see, the sun up there. It's almost going over the reef. That means pretty soon it's going to get really cold here. And being in the river might not be the smartest spot. But I just remembered, I've walked about 30 miles upstream of this river. And I just remembered one principal thing about surviving the wilderness is water always flows downhill. And when water flows downhill, there's likely to be civilization that way. So the quickest way to get downstream is to actually let the current take you down. So I'm going to try to find a current somewhere up here to swim or to suck me down. Come on, let's go. Alright, here we go. There's a nice current down here. And actually the current looks a little bit more promising on this side. So I'm going to walk over here. I'm just at the point where the current's getting really strong. And it can suck me under any time. So I'm going to take advantage of the stream and I'm going to start floating downstream. One of the things you got to do, remember to put your feet out in front of you. So in case there's a rock there, you don't hit it. Alright, listen on folks. Woo! This is cold. Floating down the stream is generally, it's highly advisable if the water temperature is above 60 degrees. Unfortunately the water I'm in is about 30 degrees, which means it's close to freezing. I could get hypothermia. But I know the fastest way down alive is down to the stream. However, if it freezes, I might not make it. As you can see, my tent is right there, and I've got a nice river right here to swim on next to, or to get water from. So,
okay, one of the best things about a river you should remember is that if you're ever caught in a current like this one behind me, you should always just float downstream and try to catch onto a rock or something in the middle of the stream. Don't try to swim up current or don't try to walk upstream because you're not going to find civilization. Civilization is always downstream. If you're going to find it, it's going to be down that way. So I'm going to keep setting up camp.
Woo! This is cold water right there. I think it's time to get out and start setting up camp for the night. It's starting to get cold and dark. Woo! One of the things you gotta do when you get cold, start doing push-ups. That's what I gotta do. You right there? Come on,
One of the fastest way to warm yourself up after you've been in minus 32 degree water is to do push-ups. You can see me here doing push-ups, and it's important not to cheat and put your knees against the ground, because doing a real push-ups is a man's way of warming up. Look at me doing these push-ups right now. I learned to do that back in the academy, back in England. Or was it France? I don't know. But it was back in someplace in England.
Alright, looks time to set some camp for the night before the bears come out.
Getting a fire going is my first priority out here. Without fire, I won't be able to have anything to eat. Without fire, the mosquitoes will get all over me. Without fire, my morale will drop. Getting firewood is the first step. Going to the bathroom is always inevitable anywhere you are. In the woods, it's best to be prepared.
It's about right over this little patch of bushes here. So the key to making good monument is to bring a shovel along. If you don't have a shovel, you can use your hands or a rock or a stick or something. And always bring toilet paper. Toilet paper is a must in the woods, especially when you're lost or stranded or somewhere. It's always a good thing to have, like in a backpack or your pocket, because you never know when you have to go to the bathroom. One of the things I almost forgot to mention, try not to make monuments right next to, like say a river or a stream, like right here would not be a good spot for a monument. This is simply because people living downstream are going to have to suffer if that ever gets in the water. So, here's two examples right here of bad monument making.
Now you can see we're kind of in the hurry here because it's getting dark yet. The moon is just coming up over the hill, and I've been walking in the Rockies for about 5 days now, and I haven't found my way out. But as you can see here, it's just really quiet here. And it gets kind of frightening tonight. This is called the scary hour, where it's the sun's halfway down and it's hard to see at this hour, so I've got to move quickly and watch out for bears.
Alright, as you can see, I've got my fire going here. I don't know, but I'm guessing by the way the stars are, it's about 10 o'clock or somewhere around there. Pretty nice fire going here. Filled with my little flint stick. Oh, I almost forgot, I have my harmonica with me. It's a good thing to keep up my morale. I always bring it on my expedition. Okay, I've been sitting here with my fire and I don't know if you can hear this. There's something coming off from that direction. I think it's a bear in the woods or something going poo. So he's far away. I don't think he's gonna come. I have my nice fire here, so I don't think he's gonna come. So I'll just keep watch. I'll let you know.
Look at that. Can you hear that? Now that sound is very scary here at night, especially up here in the woods. You've got to be very quiet, so I'm going to talk with a low voice. Now, that sounds like a Sasquatch out there trying to take a dump, and it sounds like he's having problems. There's a lot of Sasquatch in this area, and it's been scientifically proven that the Rockies are chock full of Sasquatch, and if you're not paying attention, or if you walk upon one that's taking a dump, it could attack you at any moment. So I've got to be very careful at this moment. Excuse me. I've got to be very careful. Alright. I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten in a long time. And I'm looking for some food. And I just saw a little chipmunk there in the rock. He's over there in the woods, in the bush right now. And I'm thinking about getting him for supper. I think I see one over here. It looks like a water spigot, but it can't be. We're miles away from civilization. It's just an old post of a tree. But there's a technique to this. It's called a velociraptor. Watch and observe. If you're trying to survive and you're trying to stalk a prey, the velociraptor is the best method to do it. I mean, he's gone. See if he's on the rock. There he goes. Someone there. We're getting close. Our meal is only a meter away. It's to something we had in the Navy or in the Marines. Oh.
Okay, so I found this road. I'm hiking up it. I hear water coming from somewhere up there. And I can't really see it, but there's water up there somewhere. So I'm gonna keep walking up that way, and hopefully we'll find some water. Well, if you haven't noticed, there's a big waterfall behind me. This will be a good source of water, and it'll be a good thing that I can follow. It follows pretty much along that trail that I found that somebody else was fortunate enough to leave. So hopefully at the bottom of the stream there should be some civilization. Right. I found this road that I'm walking on right now, if you can't see it. Right here. My support crew didn't show up, so I'm kind of shit out of luck. But I did manage to find this porta potty here, and it looks like it hasn't been inhabited in years. So, good place to go. Steu, here's the toilet right there. Windows I can see out, I can't barely see out those, but I guess I'm gonna have to stay here for the rest of whenever. I mean, I don't know when my support crew is gonna be here, so. Before, I'm going to have to start a fire sooner or later tonight because it's getting awfully cold in here, and to warm myself up, I'm gonna have to start a fire. So, I'm gonna try to start a fire.
Look at that. Now that sounded like something, explosive diarrhea from the Sasquatch coming from someone over there. I thought I saw a big fireball in that area. I'm gonna have to get out of here. It's getting too intense. If the Sasquatch is taking a dump, I don't want to be around it. So I gotta get out of here. We've got to move fast. Look at this. Looks like there's a road. Looks like my salvation is right in front of me. And I finally found our way out of the woods. And if you just do what I do in this episode, you'll be guaranteed to survive. Looks like I'm going to make it out of this one. If I can survive, keep slow. Alright. Now, when you come to the road, the thing you want to do is hitchhike. Hitchhiking's the safest way to travel across America. And I'll guarantee to pick up someone. And look at this. Oh, there happens to be a car right there coming to pick me up. Alright, well, I'm Bear Bottoms, and you're watching the Discovery Channel. And if you just watched this episode of Man vs. Wild, it's how you survive the Rocky Mountains. I hope you learned something. Whoa. It's a bodacious babe too. Look, can you unlock the door please? So if you're in the Rockies, you're hitchhiking, you might have a babe pick you up. Or it might be a scary truck driver. I got lucky this time. So until next time, I'm Bear Bottoms, and this is Man vs. Wild. Hey!